and welcome to the Community Show. I'm Hari Berzins, and we're here in Withville at the Open Door Cafe. We are so excited to share this place with you. It is amazing what they do here. I've been reading their website and I'm so inspired to learn more. So let's go take a peek inside and see what it's all about.
How are you today?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Great, great.
I'm Hari from Citizens.
Oh, nice to see you. Nice to see you. I'm glad you came to see us today.
Thank you. Can you tell me how we're going to go through the line, and so
Excuse me just a minute.
Okay, sure.
Here you go, Logan. Did you need to sign in?
Sorry, I didn't know.
No, you're fine, Logan. That's great. No, everything's
totally
cool.
Fine, yeah.
Logan's one of our volunteers.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
What are you going to do today, Logan? What's your volunteer work today?
Hi. How was it?
Great.
Soup was amazing. I'll tell the chef. So how are we going to donate today? Absolutely. I'll take care of that for you.
Tables or dishes.
Absolutely.
Cool.
Come back to see us. We've got barbecue chicken tomorrow.
Okay.
So you're busy.
I'm not usually busy in the very beginning of the day, but when people start making it through the line, then things kind of pick up a good bit.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And so this is where we come at the end of the time.
Yes.
Okay.
So this is your first time here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Did you?
What time is that?
It's 11:22. So when people come in the first time, they typically come in like you did, and they let us know that they don't have any money or that their ability to pay is limited. And some people say, we've never been here before, so how do we do this? And they intend to pay, you know. I mean, everybody has a different routine.
Yeah.
So when they come in, they usually ask, how do we work this system? And so we tell them to go to the front, to the cafeteria line and get a tray and tell them what they'd like to have, that we have meat and vegetables, and we have salad and fruit and cake and soup is typically what we have on our line.
That sounds amazing.
It is.
I'm actually hungry just smelling it right now.
It's made by a very accomplished chef.
Okay.
And he does amazing work with a lot of things. We recently got donated a smoker, so he's starting to put smoked goods on the line as well. So we get good quality food. Hi, how are you? Welcome. And he makes sure that there's good, healthy food on the line so that everybody has it. So from the people who can't afford to pay to the people who make large donations to us, everybody eats the same food. And it's wonderful food.
Yeah.
Very healthy, yes.
Well, Fox and I are going to go through the line, so can you kind of tell us what we should do?
Yes, ma'am. You're going to go to the cafeteria line, and you'll get one of our orange trays, and tell them what you want. All of the people in the service line are volunteers, so you'll tell them what you want, and they'll help you make your choices by telling you what's available. And when you get through the line, you get your own drinks and everything. It's all set up just to go right down the line. And then pick a table. You can sit out on the patio, or you can sit inside of the table and enjoy your meal. Have a great meal. Excuse me, just 1 minute. Yes, are we not going to eat here today? No? So we're taking it out? I'm counting 4 boxes. Is that right?
Yes.
One is...
It's for 3, but they did 1 extra box with like
Okay.
salad and stuff.
So it's 3 takeouts, right? All righty.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. You guys have a great day.
They want a picture.
Bye,
So go to your table and enjoy your meal. And when you're done, just leave your dishes on the table just like any other restaurant. We have volunteers who will bus the tables. And then you come and you talk to the cashier. So it could be me or we have a series of cashiers that alternate or takes certain days of the week. So then you come out and you tell us. And we try to help people realize that they have more options than just taking a token. And a token is a little wooden chip that we have, and people can buy tokens. Some people will pay for their meal and buy an extra token, and we put it in our jar. And these are already paid for meals that somebody can use. You can see I've got a handful of them to go ring up now. So once they also have options to volunteer at least an hour of time. So they could volunteer for an hour and have a free meal. And some of our people come on a regular daily basis and volunteer because they like the feel of being able to volunteer. And then they also...
We would be happy to put you on the TV.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you are looking very nice.
You look
today.
dapper today.
Yes.
You dressed for the occasion, didn't you?
Did you know we were coming? Hi.
What channel they gonna be on?
It's on Channel 20 with Citizens. We have a local cable channel here in Westville with people who have our TV. Yeah.
Nice to see you today.
Yeah.
Okay. So not only can they use a token, which is a pretty easy way to get a meal, is just to use a token that somebody else does, but they can donate some time and get a free meal. And that's always a good thing. Or they can donate some money. We recommend an $8 amount for the dinner. So some people pay more than that. Some people pay less than that. Some people come in and give me $1. I've had somebody give me 25 cents before. So whatever they want to donate is fine, and we take that. And Jake keeps up with what we have with the. So we have the average plate price. We're getting $3.45. For the month of August, and for the year to date, we have $5.73 per plate. So with our recommendation of $8, we're not quite meeting that yet.
Right.
So we want to be sustainable. Now I've got a whole handful. Who is that one for?
The two that just walked out and going down the stairs.
Great, thanks. Yeah.
So you're kind of keeping track as people come and go and try so that your numbers are accurate.
As accurate as they can.
Yeah, we have a lot of flighters.
And once like the winter comes and the garage doors will be closed, it's easier. But right now, people they don't think about it.
They just
Yeah,
take right
just
off.
walk right out. Yeah.
Sometimes people who normally pay, and they just forget. They're talking to a friend, they just forget and they walk out. So that way, if we just put a token in there for them, then our numbers
are right.
balance out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So we'll go ahead and have our lunch, and then we'll come back and see you just like everybody does.
Great. Great. I can't wait to see what you have to say about us.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Thank you. Hello.
Hello, are you going to eat?
Yes, we're going to eat, and we're going to film the process here.
All right.
So tell us everything that.
You can have as much or as little as you like.
Okay.
We'll start you with the soup. It's potato soup. Would you like any potato soup?
Yes, please.
Would you like asparagus?
Yes, please.
Right.
Potato soup and asparagus. Yum.
Asparagus with fancy sausage in it that I can't pronounce.
Wow.
So there you go.
Asparagus with
Some sort of
andouille.
andouille.
Andouille sausage. Hello.
Little sauce. I was up all
That
night
looks.
feeling this.
And is this chicken?
It is pork.
Pork. Okay. It looks delicious.
Right.
Thank you.
And how about you, sir? Would you like one to go?
Yes, please. We'll send them back through. Sure, a little bit. Just a little. No thanks. No, is it? You look like I should take it. Like I'm making a mistake. Yes, please. Thank you.
enjoy.
Wow, what a feast.
What are you drinking today?
How about a little mix of, is it unsweet tea and lemonade, half and half? That's a treat.
Is that enough
Yep.
tea?
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Thank you. Wow, there's so much food. I don't even have room.
Anybody leaving hungry.
I guess not.
Piece of cake?
Okay.
Put it right here.
Where can I fit it?
Right
Oh, you got practice. She knows. You know how to do that. Okay.
And your silverware and hot salt and all that stuff down that way.
Okay. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Fox, I think this is enough for both of us. Wow, we've got real silver. Yeah.
That entire
It's one meal.
all one meal.
That's several for me, but I'm going to eat.
All of that.
Oh, and they have coffee. Wow. I was just admiring the setup.
We try.
Thank you. Okay.
You got 2 plates. I got
I don't
one.
know. I must have looked hungry.
They said, "What do you want?" You said everything. Just give me it all.
I did say everything.
I have a lot of choices. This is more than I usually get at a regular restaurant. This is like,
Yeah, it is definitely more than you get at a regular restaurant, and it is very good.
really? I
Yeah.
haven't tried it yet. I just gotta sort, organize here.
Isn't it good? You can tell that there's a real chef back there.
Yeah, this is all like made by a chef who's like in the restaurant business.
So sorry to interrupt.
You're
but,
fine.
Fox and I were just enjoying our meal over there, and we were talking about how delicious it was and how Fox actually said it was the most healthy meal that he's had all month. And then I overheard you tell your friend, this is the best meal in town. And I was just wanting to talk to someone else because I agree this is an amazing meal. So I wanted to hear about Withville and why you say that.
It's certainly healthy. It's an economical choice. We always pay more than we try to support this group. Think it's a great opportunity for people to get a meal at an affordable price that's healthy. It's always enough. And I mean, you always experience something new that you've never had before.
Yeah, right. It seems like they've got quite the chef back there. I'm really looking forward to talking to him and
Absolutely.
hearing about his history. And you live here in Withville?
We work here in Withville.
Uh-huh. Okay, cool. Well, thanks for talking to us.
Thank you so much.
All right.
I don't even know what kind of signature that is.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about the air conditioner too, the heater and air conditioner. That's just so sad.
Oh, next door. Yeah. But
I'm really
we tried.
sorry.
That's all we can do.
Yeah, we'll have to find some other way now, don't we?
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Have a great day.
All right, you too.
See you tomorrow. Barbecue chicken.
See ya.
So we had such a good meal. We were amazed at the
Great.
quality and the amount. And we even enjoyed a cup of coffee. It was really,
Good.
really, really nice. And talked to some of our neighbors nearby and
Good.
felt that sense of community. So, yeah,
Good.
Thank you so much. You're doing a
Absolutely.
really great thing here.
We think so.
Yeah.
We see a lot of people who really do need help, and it's today's September 25th, and there's 5 more days left in the month, and we've had a really big use of tokens today because as we get closer to the end of the month, people have less and less money.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's been a big token day too.
How do we do the payment now?
Two tokens? Yes, ma'am. Alrighty, thank you. Have a great day. It's barbecue chicken tomorrow. See you then. Hold on just 1 minute. Let me go ahead and do that. There you go. So, ask me the question again.
So now that we finished, we're just ready to settle, and we wanted to pay extra to get 2 more tokens. So we paid for
Fabulous.
ourselves and then
Fabulous.
2 more.
So do you want to, we have 2 meals for you, and what do you want to donate per meal? Do you want to do the $8 or do you want to do more than that?
Well, we could do $10.
Okay, so $10 a meal. So that would be $20. And then you wanted to buy 2 tokens.
Yes.
So I'm going to add that in as a token each. And I'm going to take the 2 tokens out of a special little bag we have here and give them to you.
Okay.
You have the option to take those with you and give them to people that you want or use them another time. Or you can put them in our token jar and the people who need the tokens can use it next time.
Okay.
Alrighty?
Well, I'll let Fox have one,
Okay.
and I'll have one, and we'll put it in the jar. and-
Alrighty. I'm going to let you put your card right
Okay.
here. Put your chip down and have the card face you. The
Okay.
chip goes in the slot at the top.
Got it.
There you go. Do you want a receipt?
Yes, please.
Alrighty. And I'm going to need your autograph. And when you make it to the big time, I'll sell it.
Okay.
Get sustainable funds then.
Yes, there we go. I'm fine with that.
Oh, take your card out.
Yep.
And there's your receipt.
Okay.
Thank you so much. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yes.
Come back and have barbecue chicken tomorrow.
Okay.
All right.
That sounds delicious. We saw them making that back there. It looks like it's going to be a good one. So
Yes.
go ahead and put that in
They
for
look
the
really-
next one.
Thank you so much.
So here we are with Andy, and he is the executive director of the Hope organization. And thanks for being with us today.
Well, thanks for coming down. We're happy to talk about our works and projects here.
Yeah, well, you're doing good work here, that's for sure. And you were just telling me about HOPE and what that stands for. Can you tell us?
So yeah, HOPE is an acronym for Helping Overcome Poverty's Existence. It's a mouthful, and it's basically our mission, but we use the word HOPE to describe the organization. And it's an umbrella organization that primarily does housing work for low-income people in not just Wythe County, but Bland, Carroll, Smith, Galax, and Grayson counties. And we're about a 25-year organization. About 7 years ago, we started getting into food security programs. And the first one we started touching was to serve as a fiscal agent for a soup kitchen here in town. This was a 2-day-a-week project that some folks in a couple of different local churches put together to serve warm meals 2 days a week on Mondays and Thursdays in the basement of a church. And so HOPE became the fiscal agent. People gave donations to HOPE on behalf or for the community food kitchen. We wanted to figure out how to grow that organization. We wanted to be able to do it every day of the week, but the churches were involved couldn't do more than 2 days a week. We had an AmeriCorps Vista volunteer working with us on a food security program, and so we asked her to try to figure out how to make a 2-day-a-week soup kitchen into a sustainable and expanded project. And she hadn't been here hardly any time at all, and she came to me and said, had we ever heard of the pay what you can model of restaurants and a national organization called One World Everybody Eats? Mm-hmm. So we started researching that and thought it was a good idea and thought we could start raising some money. So 3 years ago, we got that first grant from the Wythe Bland Foundation, and then that became the magnet or the match for lots of other monies that we raised. We got a matching grant from the U.S. Department of Agriculture, a community food program grant that we've plugged into here. We got a couple other foundations, and then we were trying to figure out where to put this whole project. We had at that point raised about $500,000, but we didn't know where we were going to land, and we were looking at real estate and buildings and stuff around town. We had an architect working with us to try to put the kitchen into our office building, which is right next door to our kitchen, to our cafe where we are now. And that could have worked. It would have been disruptive. We had to move people out of the office and everything. We walked out the door January a year ago, and the tire garage right next to our office had a for sale by owner sign on it. So we jumped on it. We bought it. We got our contractor in here to start looking at it and figuring out what it would cost to put a kitchen in this building. And we came up about $150,000 short. Well, the next sort of God thing that happened was we got a phone call from some friends here in town who were passing along the news that somebody in the community had passed away, and in her estate she left Hope $150,000.
Wow.
And that was the missing amount. So we started working in 2018, the spring and summer, and after raising close to $700,000 to open up this project, which you've been looking at today, and we're happy to show off and invite the community to come in, and like we say, everyone eats with us, and that's WYTHE, everyone eats with us. Mm-hmm. I was eating lunch today with one of our volunteers, and he was telling the story of how much he likes this project and this different kind of business model that converts customers into donors, and we serve everybody a meal. It's a free lunch, essentially. And he said how what's exciting for him is that it's a replicable model that could be done in Floyd and Roanoke, Blacksburg, and he said globally. And that's kind of an interesting point, that with some people, sort of a backbone organization, you could do this kind of different business model anywhere.
As you continue operating, are you seeing that those operating costs are being easily met by the donations at the door?
Mm-hmm. Well, so we have to remember that it's a nonprofit.
Yes.
It's a nonprofit social enterprise, and through our first 9 months of operation, we've raised a little bit over $100,000 here through meal sales. At the same time, we've raised another almost comparable amount, another $105,000 from grants and other large dollar gifts that help underwrite the project. So in a sense, we're taking a soup kitchen which was 100% dependent upon the community, and now we're making it 50% dependent. We're raising about 50% of the cost.
So here we are with JC, the famous chef here at Open Door Cafe, and I really can say honestly, I'm married to a chef, and I eat really, really well. And I told Fox as we were eating, I feel like I'm eating something at home, which is a huge compliment.
Well, I appreciate that.
You're doing great work here and sharing such delicious, fresh food with the community is a real gift. So. Something to feel good about.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So can you tell us a little bit about your background?
I was born in Colombia, South America, Medellin. Moved to Miami when I was 8. At the age of 13, my parents bought a deli, and that's kind of where I got started, my mom's restaurant. Then from there, I went to my dad's restaurant. And then at the age of 16, when I was old enough to work outside of my family restaurant, first real job was a seafood restaurant. And then I just kind of, throughout the years, 28 years now, I've just been working restaurants. Mm-hmm. Worked at Old Milf Golf Resort in Laurel Fork. I worked for Disney World. I have worked for, I worked at Bogies and Galax, White Barrel Winery. I was the chef at the hotel up the road, at the Bolden Wilson Hotel, and then kind of ended up here now.
Wow. So you're bringing lots of experience, lots of different cuisine, and from all of that and coming here and working as the only paid kitchen employee, that must feel different.
It took some years to get into, knowing that you're the only person, but seeing everybody kind of come in and help out is it's really hard to take in sometimes. Wow, people really do want to come in and do good for you, so it helps a lot that we got volunteers and we get local farmers that want to donate their food and their produce. So that helps a lot too.
Yeah, having that fresh produce to work with makes a big difference.
Definitely, we're 95% farm to table.
So, the food here is really good. I can't stress that enough. I mean, it really does feel like you're at a farm-to-table restaurant. It's affordable. Paying whatever you can, but if you want to pay, the suggested amount is only $8. It must just feel so rewarding to be able to put out that level of food for anybody who wants to come through the door.
There's times that I have people are so generous they donate more than we need, and I can order salmon. And people that never had salmon in their life, or they only had it once in their life. So it feels good to be able to do that for somebody that can't afford to go up the street and eat a $35 plate that they can get here for nothing, for 2 nickels if they want it. So I want people to come in and eat here to feel like they belong here. They're not excluded from a nice restaurant or a nice hotel because of their means. That to me doesn't matter. I don't wear a chef coat in the kitchen for the simple reason I don't want them thinking I'm above them. I wear just a regular t-shirt. I'm just like everybody else, just making good food for good people.
It's really that intergenerational, just that open door. I mean, the name is perfect.
Yeah, people come in, hey, I want to help. Okay, grab a knife or help us with some dishes or help us clean.
And that information just goes back and forth. You're learning from them, they're learning from you. We're all kind of together. This is really obvious when you come in. Even my first day here, I feel like I'm part of something.
Yeah, it's a great feeling.
Yeah. So we're here with Betty, and I understand, Betty, that you are the person who's worked for the Open Door, or with the Open Door, the longest. I learned that this whole concept developed out of a food kitchen, and I was wondering if you could kind of take us through the history and the development and beginning of Open Door Cafe.
The community food kitchen started in 2012. The Lord just laid it on my heart that we had people in this town and county that didn't have anything to eat. And so I had been praying about it, and my pastor and I went to the Ministerial Association, and we talked with them, and we invited all the churches who wanted to participate to come. We had 24 people that came to the first meeting, and 12 of them wanted to help. So we started in, I think it was about April of 2012, and we fed the first people in August of 2012. The first time we fed, we had 22. And we were only be able to do 2 days a week. We did Mondays and Thursdays, and the churches are so busy, we really couldn't do more. And that's when we asked Hope if they could find us a place that we could expand, and they had the means to do grants and whatnot. And so we went in with them, and we opened here then in November 2018.
Okay, so just over
7 years from the beginning of the community food kitchen until now.
And now here at Open Door, it's just been since November of last year,
Yes,
so not quite a year yet.
No, not quite a year yet.
Wow. Yeah, nice social outlet too, I imagine, getting out to see people and feel connected
Well, I stay pretty busy with lots of other things. But
so you have plenty of that in your life. No wonder you look so young. Well, thank you, Miss Betty. We really appreciate you talking to us, and really what a great vision you had back 7 years ago, and we're very fortunate to have the Open Door Cafe in Withville. Everybody should come out and enjoy these amazing meals you're serving.
we have an excellent chef, and it's all the people that work together. We just seem to mesh, and everybody just has a good time.
Yeah.
So we do invite people to come and try us out.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Come try them out.
I don't get to see a lot of the clients because I'm back in the kitchen, but try to get out just enough to say hi to a few people.
Yeah, that seems like a rewarding part of it, is to see the
really
people enjoying the food.
Right. And you really get to know a lot of folks. And it also opens your eyes as to, we kind of have a tendency to think that, that doesn't happen in our community. And to see some of the situations and the homeless people that, we don't have those in Withville. Well, yes, we do. And you learn a lot.
Yeah.
I think the thing that we're all trying to do, and something that why we like this model of place, is, we all have stigmatisms that the things, I don't want to talk to that person or this or that, and it brings the two together, and you learn that we are all a lot alike, and that, yes, everybody has something to offer, and that's what we need to do more of.
I agree.
It's awfully easy to judge somebody by just looking at them. When you get to know them, it's a whole different story. So,
Right. Well, it can only grow.
right. And if you like it so much, you can come over here and work.
Yeah. So now we're with Jake, and Jake is the front of the house manager here at the Open Door Cafe. Thanks for talking with us today, Jake.
Thank you guys for being here. Thank you.
Yeah, we're really glad to be here. We're so into it. It's just impossible not to be, just around this energy, and the I don't know, abundance and action is one of my favorite terms, but you just see like all of this giving, and it seems to just multiply.
Oh yeah, it's really awesome. And it's really cool to be able to see a lot of people who are just going through a rough time, and seeing them kind of work through that and be able to be a part of that, and really kind of see them build and eventually get out of that situation too, and still come back and still help out and still give. So that's really cool.
Wow, to be able to see that whole process.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
It's really, really unique.
And so you're developing relationships with these people as they continue to come, and people of all, I'm watching people come through the door, all kinds of people, and everybody's talking to each other, and it's a different experience. It's definitely a restaurant. We love the food. It felt like we were out to eat, but yet you're not isolated from each other where you would be in a restaurant.
No, it's funny because I grew up here in Wytheville, and it's funny because growing up, you didn't really see a lot of what you see here. Going through the school system, stuff like that, I didn't really see a lot of it. And then now getting to see a lot of it and see, just how people are. We have a lot of people who come through community service, whether it's through courts or something like that. And a lot of them are really, they're great people. They just, something happened and they went through a tough spot.
Right.
And be able to see them kind of work out, through it, and be able to get put back up on their feet. And it's awesome. And be able to, help everybody in the community. We have such a great meal. JC, our chef, is such a wonderful chef. And he makes really, really great stuff. So it's awesome to be able to see it all.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about what you do on, give maybe what happens in an average day in your world.
Okay, so first thing I'll come through, check emails, and the big thing with emails is we have a lot of people who sign up. Some people want to do groups, we have groups like Cooperative who come through and they want to do, hey, we want to help out completely on this day. So they'll come through with maybe 20 or so people, and they help out, and they're the main volunteers that day. Sometimes it's the hospital who come through, and they'll do a group, and so that's the big thing, is kind of make sure we have got groups going on, that we've got plenty of volunteers. Mike had said earlier, we have around 20 to 25 volunteers a day who come through and help, and so biggest thing is scheduling those, making sure today's can be filled. After that, usually it's going through invoices and everything like that, coding, making sure everything is getting paid through the right vendors. But going through that and then get everything set up for the day. JC, like I said, does an amazing job cooking. And usually just kind of getting everything prepped up, getting the line prepped up, silverware wrapped, laundry, the whole 9 yards with everything going forward. So it's interesting.
So I first heard about John, you don't know this, but I read your poem on the internet. And it was about the Open Door Cafe. And when we sat down to eat, I saw your poem printed out on the tables. And it's really touching because I think it says so much about the Open Door Cafe and what it really does for people. So I wanted to start with that one. You know what the poem I'm talking about?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Could you just kind of tell us about that and what led you to write that poem?
I like, well, my heart goes out to homeless people. And that poem was a little bit about them. And I like the people at the Open Door. They treat everybody here with such warmth and kindness.
Yeah. And you're often writing. I saw you sitting at the table.
About every day, ma'am. I love to write songs about mother. People like to hear a lot about mom.
And You're coming to the Open Door Cafe on a regular basis?
Just about every day, ma'am. Not all the time, but most of the time, about 3 or 4 times a week.
When you come, what I notice is it feels like a family.
Yes, ma'am. Like my own family. Yeah,
And so you're coming out and you're getting to see your family, really.
that's
In
right.
a way, right? Yeah. I like that. I like that feeling sitting there, just, this is my first time here, but I feel that. So that's really nice. Tell us a little bit about what inspires you to write your poetry.
I think it's got a lot to do with my family members. Because I was away from my family. These people named Kreger adopted me. They adopted out 5 out of the 12 children my mother had. And the Kregers were good to me. And I didn't see my real family for about 25 years. I moved back to Withville. And my mother was across the street, and she went back and told my father that she saw me. And then I got a job with the town of Withville, and this boy that married my sister recognized me, and he took me around and introduced me to my family. And I met everyone except one sister. She died of cancer. Never did meet her.
And so you're inspired to write based on the memories of your family and those times when you met
Yes,
them.
ma'am. I wrote a song about my mother. I had the sweetest mother in the world. She died when she was 88. I wrote a song called Heaven Someday. I've got it on tape about her.
I love that you keep your writing going and your songwriting, and that you share it with people. You told me you were, I saw you writing out there at lunch, and you were writing it for Miss Kelly.
Yes, ma'am.
And what was that about?
I really don't know. I started it out I think it said, Kelly was an angel. She always wore a smile. I'd see her at the open door. She'd say, sit and stay for a while. I don't remember it all.
But it means so much to get some written words that were just, you were thinking about her, and then you gave her the poem. That's really sweet.
I love that song, though, that I wrote about my mother, Heaven Someday. I don't know how it came into being, how I wrote it. To me, I'm not bragging, it's just a beautiful song, beautiful song.
Is it something you can sing? Or
Oh, yeah.
you want to sing it?
Oh, it says, she's the prettiest flower in heaven. She's the one that taught me to pray. And Mother, I'll never forget you. I'll be with you in heaven someday. Now, Mama, I wish you could come back and sing me to sleep once again. You're the prettiest flower, and God knows, without you, my world would end. She's the prettiest flower in heaven. She's the one that taught me to pray. And Mother, I'll never forget you. I'll be with you in heaven someday. We were planning a family reunion, but Dad walked out by your grave. He just couldn't stand to have one without you. For your memory he wanted to save. She's the prettiest flower in heaven. She's the one that taught me to pray. And Mother, I'll never forget you. I'll be with you in heaven someday. I love that song. I love that
beautiful.
song.
Thank you so much for singing that for us. That's very moving. I'm glad you carry that song with you.